Did anyone look at these games before they dumped them in the back of every KB's and Toys R Us? Did that seal of quality mean anything? Seal of quality meaning these games are worthless. And Bill and Ted might even be the worst LJN game on NES. Hey, what's up? I'm the angry, pissed off fucking Nintendo nerd here at ScrewAttack.com, and I'm gonna bring you the movie quote of the week. Play or die. Oh, play or die. Cheetah 2. Why am I so haunted by that game? I've played it, I've reviewed it, I've played the hidden levels, I've beaten them all. But you can't really beat it due to the game's glitchy nature.
Has this ever happened to you? You paid $39,000 for a game on eBay, or you swiped it from a nerd, and you get it home and the game doesn't even play all the way through. Unfortunately, there are not too many gamers who can afford to pay $39,000 for an NES game, especially one that doesn't even work. Let's fix it. With the help of Mario Gonzalez, the original creator of Cheetah Men, and Paco-chan, our technical wizard, we are going to bring you years of added frustration and torture with Cheetah Men 2, The Lost Levels. Hello?
Are you the Cheetah Men 2 guy?
Well, this is Greg.
Yeah, you're the guy responsible for this diarrhea.
Well, I actually had nothing to do with that original game.
Shitty controls, shitty graphics, a glitch that won't let you beat the game, Cheetah Men coming out of the TV. What were you thinking?
Again, let me tell you, I didn't have anything to do with that game.
Whatever the case, you're the one who has to complete this game. You gotta do it, because right now, that game in its unfinished state is like a turd that's halfway out the ass. Shit the turd, get it over with, do it so this game will stop haunting all of us. Shit the turd and do it for all the gamers. Do it for the children. Shit the turd.
I understand, but it takes a lot of money to publish games, even old NES cult games like Cheetah Men 2. In fact, we're turning to Kickstarter to raise funds to make this project work. We are calling this Kickstarter project Cheetah Men 2, Play or Die.
Mario, he's Italian. What's a Jewish boy to do? Put on the hat and the overalls, and you get Game Chew, Game Chew, Game Chew. I'm not that different from you. I like video games and Monster Ride too, and Monster Ride too. I'm Game Chew. I've been writing 40 songs about the Nintendo Wii.
Hey guys, what's going on? This is John with Games81.com. I'm here with Joe Cody from Atari2600.com. We're super excited to announce a new homebrew for the ColecoVision.
That's right, John. This is a big day that we've been waiting for a long time, isn't it?
We've been working on this for a long time now.
It's been a secret that we've been keeping from people.
It has been. It has been. So the name of the title is going to be simply Gamester 81, the video game. And it's unique because it's got 3 cool arcade-themed levels, right, Joe?
You're right about that. I mean, the games come together really well, and we'll be able to demo that here in just a little bit. But the game is you inside of 3 different arcade machines.
It's like Tron.
Yeah, you're right. You know, well, I don't know, but you're right about the similarity there.
Yeah.
But I actually think that Gamester 81 has more variety in it. It's actually better than Tron, just to use that as a comparison.
And the cool thing, we're going to show you guys some gameplay of an early version of the game. The version we're going to show you isn't the finished game yet. It's still in development.
Right.
So I just want to clarify that. But the 3 stages are 3 of my personal favorite arcade games. Let's go through the donations. Now, first here is $1. So if you
$1,
if you don't own a ColecoVision, you're not interested in the game, but you think this is a great project to back a really great retro system, donate $1.
$1 is what it's going to be. You're going to be involved in the project from the start. You're going to be recognized for that, and we will use that for the development of the video game.
It's less than a candy bar today, so we appreciate every little bit helps. Okay, and I just want to throw it out there, even if you're unable to fund it financially, word of mouth helps. So tell a friend, tell your community, tell the retro gaming community, get the word out of this game because we're excited about
Absolutely.
it. So.
If you believe in it and you think that this is something that you'd like to see more of, this is really how classic video game homebrew projects, I think, are going to be funded going into the future. So it's going to take a crowd. If you support classic video games, you like playing new games for your classic game systems, this is really the opportunity to jump in here at the ground floor.
Awesome.
What's the next tier, John?
All right, so the next one, Joe, you got one in front of you. Why don't you grab one of these things?
You bet.
And for $5, what I'll do is I'll send you a personal postcard to you thanking you for backing the project. And It's got the cover art of the game. Which
This is
pretty
actually the box cover art of the game, exactly. This will go right through the mail to you, and John's going to personalize the back of the card, and you'll receive this as a thank you for your donation.
cool. And appreciate that. So that's cool.
That's a nice way to recognize.
Nice high quality postcard there for you.
It is. It's laminated. I
The
like
next
artwork.
one is bumper sticker. So once you grab that real quick.
Here's a bumper sticker.
For $10, you can get a really cool Games 31 bumper sticker, the video game bumper sticker.
Yeah, and you can see that it has the logo of the game on the front of it. Has mentions that it's for ColecoVision, and has your picture in there on the front. And it's uses a similar artwork. I should say the logo looks familiar, but the artwork is similar to what we see on the front of the box. So that's another nice item. That's the bumper sticker for $10.
And the next tier for $15 is a poster. You can get a Games 31 poster.
Let me go ahead and show you
This one's a smaller one than the
right, exactly.
miniature version of it.
Again, this is on photo. I'm going to say this is on a glossy photo paper. If you look at it, it has like a laminated appearance to it. It's pretty stiff. It's a pretty good material. I mean, it's not a thin paper material. Again, it shows the cover art from the Games 31, the video game box art, and I think it's a nice thing that you don't often get. What would you call it? Extra value items with a video game, and this is really a nice thing too. I'm gonna just hold that up for a second longer and put it down. That's the poster.
And for those who want it, I'll sign it for you guys. Okay, if you guys want to do that,
You can sign it for me if I want one.
I'll sign it for you as well, Joe.
Okay,
So a little extra perk for that. So that's cool. The one's going to be a little bit bigger than the one we just showed you, but
Agreed. Same material though, and same
material.
quality, and it's great artwork, by the way.
okay. So Joe, why don't you go over the next step we got?
Well, the next thing, the next tier is a $30 tier, and that is an embroidered polo shirt. Now, a polo shirt is going to be a shirt with a collar, of course, with the buttons in the front, and on the upper corner, it has a embroidered design showing this logo right here. As a matter of fact, the same as the bumper sticker. So
and your shirt currently.
Exactly,
Yeah.
right, and it's again, this is a stitched embroidered polo shirt. Which is of high quality, and it's a nice product. I think you'd like to have one. That's a $30 tier, and you get the embroidered Gamester 81, the video game polo shirt.
And high quality shirt. So
And
a
shirt,
little
too.
different than what we're wearing here. in front
Right,
of you, but-
exactly. And I mean, it's about a 2.5 to 3 inch embroidered, and has multiple colors. It's quite colorful. I've seen one. They're really nice.
Awesome. The next step is the game itself. So for $35, you can get
$35.
a cart of the game. And what's cool about this is it's going to have a red label, which is going to be limited to this campaign. So
Correct. I'm sorry to cut you off,
Go
but you're right. The $35 tier gets you the game, the video game cartridge you can play in your ColecoVision game system. But what's unusual, and you just mentioned it, is if you buy the $35 tier, the cartridge label is red, which is different than the version that would be released after the campaign.
It's
So
black afterwards.
it's limited in the fact that unless you buy the $35 tier and involve yourself in the project now, you're never going to have access to that version. I imagine it's going to be quite scarce, actually. That's $35 game cartridge tier.
Yeah, and that's not going to be limited, right? That's whoever wants a cart can back it up.
I agree. Right, exactly. The only difference is that the labeling on the cartridge is different than the subsequent version that'll be released after the game has been put on sale.
Awesome.
Okay, I think we're clear on that.
Yeah,
I'm
absolutely.
okay. Okay.
All right, the next step, Joe, why don't you go over the next one?
Well, the next one is going to be popular for a lot of people. It's a $60 tier. And the $60 tier gets you the Gamester 81, the video game, boxed game. So you get the cartridge, instruction manual, and game box, which is a popular way to collect these days, of course. And that's going to be limited to only 50 boxed copies. And that seems scarce to
But
me.
wait, that's not all. There's something else too, Joe.
Oh, that's right. Which is?
The carts are going to be different colored carts. They're going to be gray carts.
That's right. So not only is there only going to be 50 of these boxes ever made, but the cartridge itself is going to be gray color, the case, instead of a standard black cartridge. So that's pretty interesting. And the number 50 it seems to me like
A nice solid round number.
I think it's going to sell out pretty fast. But that's a $60 tier. And for buying a brand new video game with the limited production of only 50 copies, I think those are going to be serialized as well, right? I think they're going to have a specific number on board. That's a $60 tier. I think that's going to be a very popular level for people to support.
Yeah, absolutely. And cool. So the next step is for 80, you can do a combo, and you can get the cart, the poster, and the shirt.
And the polo shirt.
And the polo shirt. So that's for 80.
You know, the $80 tier is pretty nice because you get the game cartridge, which you want to have, that you can play the game on your ColecoVision system. But then you get two other things. You get the shirt, which I think is really a nice, again, the polo shirt's the same one that we talked about, that you can actually wear. But then you also get the poster, which is a nice displayable piece. I think that it's kind of a great combination of playable game cartridge, something that you can put on your wall or display in your collection being the poster, and then the polo shirt, which you can actually wear around. So it's a nice, that's an $80 tier.
And these are the loose carts with the red label.
That would be the same as the $35 cartridge, which would be the loose cartridge with the red label, correct?
Okay, we've got a few more tiers.
We do. We have 3 more, which I think are actually pretty special here. And I don't know if anybody's ever really seen this type of
Has this ever been done
promotion
for
before?
ColecoVision?
You know, I can't say 100%, but off the top of my head, I can't think of anything that would be similar to this. Jumping right into it, we have the $125 tier.
Okay.
Right?
Yep.
So if you want, the $125 tier is really special. What you're going to receive is a personalized video game cartridge with your name in the game screen itself. So as you begin the gameplay and you have the title screen that is displayed, it's going to have your name in the game cartridge itself. Nobody else's game, your game. It's a personalized game
thank you or personalized funding. Yeah,
exactly right. And the personalized cartridges are really only going to be limited to 10.
Okay.
So there's only going to be 10 of these around. And even more, additionally, when you look at it, it's going to have a different appearance because it's going to be silver in color.
Okay.
So we're looking at a really, for 125, it's a special item because of its limited to 10 copies. If I said 5, it was actually 10 is the number.
It was 10.
Okay, 10. And then we've got the color difference and your name personalized into the game cartridge itself as a memento, I guess, of your contribution to this program.
You know, my saying's always rare and retro, and I think that's what we're kind of trying to do here with these top tiers is create a kind of a rare and retro item for you guys. So we want to back it up.
I agree with you. That's a good way. That's a good way to put it. And it actually is rare. I mean, 10 of anything is awful small. And the fact that it has a different color appearance and your name being emblazoned upon it, being personalized to you from us, I think it's a pretty good item at 125. That's the 125 tier.
That's pretty cool. The next one is that we have 5 prototype carts available.
Right.
And these are going for $250.
Well, you know what a prototype is? Simply an early version of the game code, not the released version, but typically would show development, design changes that were not implemented into the final code. And you're right, the prototype is limited to 5 copies. And I know what we're talking about here. The prototype is a serialized cartridge only. It'll have a serial number between number 1 to 5, but more importantly, it contains a level that never made it into the final cut of the game. We know that now, right?
Yeah.
Early on in development, we worked with some ideas. We mentioned Yuki early on, and we were going along a different path, which now has changed. I'm kind of glad that we actually did that. But that original game code would be a alpha or like a beta version of the code. It's very early in the production.
Alpha,
it's still playable, though. The game at that level was still playable. You could still manipulate on screen. And that's a great opportunity to own a copy of a game that would never be released in that format. There's only 5 copies of those known.
That with Berserk being
yeah,
that
you
level.
can mention it. Yeah, the game is Berserk. It was a great. I think it was a great idea to try, and this is what happened a lot of times with this type of development. It just didn't work out. It wasn't as effective as maybe another choice.
Yeah.
But still, you can play it in the prototype.
Yeah, it's different game now. The character looks different.
Yeah, that's right.
Gameplay is different. So
that's the $250.
$250 can be yours.
Is one of 5 prototypes of Games Ready 1, the video game for ColecoVision.
Awesome. And our final tier now. This is pretty cool, Joe.
Well, everybody, the final tier is $500. Now, we talk about retro and rare. How about one of 3?
Yeah.
One of 3. So what the $500 tier is really a specialized product. It's the Gamester 81 video game cartridge in a gold cartridge case, which is only available at this tier level. It also includes a I think we're going to call it a special edition box, which would have a different color pattern and a different appearance than the other video game boxes. So you have a different cartridge appearance, different box appearance, and then there's two other significant aspects. The game is personalized, meaning your name, again, appears in the game itself, and you are going to record a greeting, as I understand this, which is going to be digitized and put into the game itself, and you're going to call out the person's name.
I'm going to give you a shout out in the game.
And it's going to be in the game cartridge.
game.
So you start the game up, and you're going to be greeting this person as they sit down to enjoy their video game.
Hey, Joe, or hey, Mike, or hey, Sarah. Absolutely. Absolutely. So that's cool.
This is one of three type of things. It's really special in nature. And the fact that it's so personalized to that individual, from you to them, not only in the text, their name being showing on the screen, but then being able to hear their voice called out from a ColecoVision game, it's wonderful. I mean, it's a top tier. It should be for that type of a package.
Absolutely. Okay, guys. So yeah, thank you guys for your support. Our goal is to raise at least $5,000 for this campaign. We're confident we're going to do it with you guys' support. Again, spread the word. This is a great project, so we're super excited about it. Joe?
It is a great project, John. I'm glad to be involved with it myself. Personally, it's been a lot of fun, and I look forward to the success. It's going to be great. But we need you guys to also jump on board now as an opportunity to get involved and support your classic gaming community, because these video games cost quite a bit to produce. Everything is expensive, from the entire aspect of the game cost and production. And so we really do need your support to see this project and support it as best as you can, and look at the different tiers and find one that you're comfortable with or maybe be interested in, and please jump on board. I would encourage you to do that.
Absolutely. Thanks, guys, and we'll see you in the game.